Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you, and welcome to day 2 of Unapologetically Black and Fast. If you're brand new here, Unapologetically Black and Fast is going to be the new annual recurring all black speedrunning event that we have here in the month of February, aka Black History Month. If you like the content that you watched all of yesterday and you're ready and excited for all the content you're going to see today, make sure you let GDQ know so that we can bring on more events similar to this in Juneteenth and many other things that we have down the pipeline for you. And if you want to see today's runs, make sure you type !schedule in the chat so you can see everything that we have on here today, along with everything immediately to my, I think it's my left, it might be my left. It's either my left or my right. It's to the side of me in either case. But just a couple of quick reminders for you before we get started today. First and foremost, thank you so much to OC Remix for providing a brand new curated all black musician, all black artist playlist for the entire weekend. Thank you so very much. The tunes have been fantastic, and we can't wait to see what else you crank out in the future. If you're catching this at a later time or you missed all of yesterday somehow in some way, you can catch all the runs on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. We'll be uploading them after the event ends and making sure that you have all that tasty content at your fingertips. Just as a reminder too, your subs and bits help the channel with making more Hotfix shows like what we're doing today. So if you like the stuff that we're making, make sure you sub with your Twitch Prime sub. And if you can't sub or donate bits, make sure you retweet it and let your friends know that, hey, we love GDQ and it's dope and you should check it out too. Last thing I want to talk about today is Frost Fatales is going to be at the end of this month, the all-film speed running marathon that we run. It's going to be February 27th out to March 5th, and it's going to be fantastic as well. Sorry, I had to scratch my eye there for a second, y'all. It's also going to be a great time. If you want to see the schedule for that, type !FF in chat, or you can go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales to get more information and your schedule there. Last but not least, if you think you've got the next great idea for Hotfix, go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix and go ahead and drop those ideas off, and we'll see if we're in agreement about that. So we're going to start today off a little bit different than yesterday. Yesterday we said screw Nazis, but today we're gonna go back to the classics. And we have Ryan Ford here who's gonna start us off strong. Hey Ryan, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm good. How about yourself?
I haven't had tea yet. I actually have my tea right here. My Gothic cup is waiting for my consumption, but I wanted to go ahead and get everybody started first. I'm super hype about your run because one of the few retro games I got to play was Donkey Kong Country 2. I was quite terrible at it. I don't think I ever beat it, but I think that's because the completionist in me took over and I didn't convince myself to leave islands until I got everything on that island. So yeah, I never beat it, but I also thought that Diddy Kong was better than Donkey Kong anyway, so don't tell nobody I said that. Don't tell nobody I said that.
I
agree. Also, like Dixie, like she was my favorite specifically because, and this is gonna sound like as on brand for blackness as possible, I liked Dixie because her ponytail looked like a quick weave ponytail. I can't even make that up. I was just like, oh my god, her hair is just like mine. And
makes sense.
yeah, I'll be your commentator. I would say I'm going to be your commentator today, so I hope you're ready for that. So let's. Well, let me go ahead and toss in my headphones so we can get you started here, Ryan. Is there anything you want to say before you get going, or do you want to just go ahead and hop in and count down?
All right, gotta see if the audio was sorted out with the echoing.
Yeah, I think it's my fault because I didn't have in my earplugs yet because I'm a jerk.
All right, yeah, I'm wearing a headset to prevent echoing, so.
Yeah, it's probably, if not definitely, my fault. I was gonna try and play it off, but yeah, since we all talking about it, it's me. It's me.
All right, it's all good. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm definitely good to go.
All right, let's go ahead and double check right now. Maybe we are good on the echo problem.
I think so. Judging by chat, anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like chat is giving us the green light. The echo demon has been killed. Let's get into some speed runs. So you can count down whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, so if you want to get started, I forgot to delete this file. Give me a second.
Okay,
all right. I'll count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Yep.
Sorry about that. It's not going to be an actual marathon until you knock out all the check boxes. And I'm just here to make sure we have a good day. I went ahead and took care of the tech issue box. So now that means the rest of the day should be smooth sailing, right?
I hope so.
That's going to be my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I've already done the technological issue. The rest of the day is going to be squeaky clean.
Yep. Did have a little bit of a hiccup at the start, but it's fine. I did do some stuff for marathon safety, so
Nice.
should be good. So yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people know this game, Donkey Kong Country 2, and yeah, 102%. I think it's like North America and Europe, Europeans like in our community. I think this category is a lot less popular compared to 80%.
I'm not gonna lie.
sorry.
When I saw your category, I was like, wait, there's a 102%. So that was me being informed.
Yeah, completionist basically. Actually, a fun tidbit with that. So these DK coins, like the one I collected, actually don't count for percent, but in the spirit of like it being like a full completion run, we do also with the community we do require to get all of the DK coins. All right, ignore that death that happened right there.
What death? I didn't see anything. I don't know what death you're even talking about.
Kind of just airballed the bonus.
Oh, these things happen. And it's kind of disheartening that the DK coins don't count towards a percent, because you would think with how prominent and evident that they are in the entire game, that they would definitely count towards it.
I know, right?
But that's kind of rude. That's debating. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, so if I do get like 39 DK coins, there is a chance I could still have 102%, but you know, ideally I'll get all 40 of them though.
I believe. I have the faith in you.
Thank you.
So what made you decide that Donkey Kong Country 2 was the game that you wanted to run? Because I always like to hear about what people go through to decide what their game of choice is going to be.
Yeah, so I have picked up a bunch of speedruns, pretty much from the start of the COVID era. But I mostly picked for a lot of them like games that were some of my favorites, like among my childhood, but also games that are at least like sort of popular with the leaderboards as well, and games that look like they'd be fun to speedrun as well. There's some games that I probably won't pick up just because I like playing them casually.
Yeah, I think it's important to, as speedrunners, to have those games that we have that are just absolutely off limits. Like, I'm trying to convince myself right now to pick up an RPG speedrun. And there's a part of my soul that's struggling with it, specifically because I love JRPGs so much. And a lot of the reason I love them is because of the free time and the casual nature of them. I could just do whatever I want. If my file says 130 hours at the end, who cares? I got to do everything I wanted. I might be a bad source for that though, because you're looking at someone who played Persona 5 for 224 hours. Because I wanted my platinum. I got my platinum on P5, and then P5 already came out, and I was like, oh no, I'm in danger. I have to do this again. I mean, I'm going to, but I don't know if I want to.
Goodness.
But yeah, I think that that's a really important thing too. So like, I've already decided a lot of runs, if it goes past like the 2-hour marker, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people I talk to usually don't like to pick up long speedruns if they're like more than an hour and a half generally.
Yeah.
So my first speedrun was actually Super Mario RPG. So that's a pretty long game.
Oh, I love Super Mario RPG. I haven't done a full playthrough of it, but just the fact that Mario got an RPG was so good. Especially considering it was done, technically speaking, by Square Enix. Or Squaresoft back then. The Squaresoft days were the dope days. Then they became Square Enix and things got a little weird. We started doing like boy band stuff and having random people with like 6 games to their name, and it's like, I don't know what's happening anymore, but I'm gonna play it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do recommend Mario RPG for anyone that's interested in the game, because I know a lot of people like know of the game but haven't played it. But yeah, it's definitely the one I'm most experienced in because it was the first one I learned from like 2018, so it's been quite a while.
So have you only been speedrunning since the start of COVID then? Or were you just thinking about it and you never had a reason to pull the trigger?
Well, I learned Mario RPG in the summer of 2018, so it was my first game. But then, it was the only game that I speedran for like 2 years up until, I guess like 2 months after like the COVID lockdown started.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, time is an illusion. I don't even remember where COVID started at this point. Even though I can say it's like, we're going into year 3. So when did it start? Oh, I don't know.
I know.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you anymore. Time is an illusion. I just know that at some point I have to go to sleep.
Right? Yeah. So the first game I picked up during the COVID era was in like May 2020. I learned a gimmick, best ending glitchless, which I actually ran for SGDQ last summer as well.
Nice. And I'm looking at chat too, talking about OG Squaresoft Valkyrie profile. That's a banger. What's some other things I was gonna ask you really fast?
I almost messed up, but it's okay.
All right,
I'm living.
Well, is this gonna be a better case for like just if you need me to not talk, that's perfectly fine. Cause I know too that like not all speedrunners are built the exact same. I know that some games I can talk and play, and then other games I'm like stone faced. Like I have to be absolutely silent. It's like the focus is real.
For parts that probably require me to focus a lot, like as long as I'm not talking, it'll be good. But like I can definitely like listen and like play at the same time.
Okay.
At best, so. So you're good.
I just wanted to make sure things are good for you on your side. I remember this boss being so aggravating when I was super young, cause like I didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, but my stepbrother did, and we would play this. And this boss, it wasn't even aggravating because it was hard. I just hate his face. I can't stand it. He just looks doofy to me. He just looks silly. I'm like, who is this? Okay, whatever. Because all the other bosses I thought were like super interesting, and K. Rool is like, oh yeah, he looks like he's a badass, and blah blah blah. And then you have this vulture with an ugly pirate hat, and I was like, I hate this man.
Yeah, Crow won. A lot of people hated in the run because he's like the biggest source of RNG as well.
Oh, really?
So I actually got perfect luck though.
Nice, really nice. I didn't know he was he was going to be the main source of RNG. So does that mean that the other bosses actually are much more patterned, just in general?
Yeah, the next boss coming up, Cleaver, has like a little bit of RNG, but like the time you might lose from bad luck versus good luck is like less than a second. So it's a very minimal amount of luck.
Fair enough.
Oh, and Row 2 as well in World 5. It's probably like a difference of like 4 to 6 seconds for whether for like good the good RNG versus bad RNG.
Right.
So it's not super huge, but Crow 1 is like you can lose an indefinite amount of time because the last 2 cycles when he bonks the nest, he has a 50% chance to give you a fake egg or a real egg, and you can get like an indefinite amount of fakes, and you lose about like 2 to 3 seconds per fake egg that you get.
Oh, I forgot completely about the fake eggs too, because he'll drop it, and then I forget what the actual animation does, but it's something like you go to throw it and just literally nothing happens. Like I need real eggs, sir.
Yeah, the fake ones just like fall through the floor. Fortunately, we didn't see any because I didn't get any fakes at all. So.
Right. That might be also part. You know what? In hindsight, I think I just hated that man for a multitude of reasons. Maybe young Vanessa was right. But yeah, this was one of my favorite DKs growing up just in general, because even though I had little exposure to it, like I said, Dixie Kong, I was happy because there was a girl character, but I was also really happy because, like I said, her ponytail was life-affirming. I remember trying to draw these characters, and I couldn't draw the face to save my life. I was like, I don't understand how these curves work. I just want to draw the monkey with the weave ponytail. And I can't, and it makes me so sad. But I also would just waste time, legitimate. Oh, that was clean. Now, wait a minute. We just skipping stuff. We're just going to roll off on the edge. Yep. Actually, let me pivot here for a second. So let's talk a little bit about some of the tech that you're using that we haven't really talked about. I'm noticing that when you're going across some of the gaps, is it correct that you're purposely rolling over the edge, letting that full animation go, and then jumping at the end of it?
Yeah, because you can. Yeah, when you roll off of an edge, then you can still jump when you're in the air, as long as you're still rolling. So before the roll animation actually finishes, then you can jump at any point out of it.
Okay. And so you're using that to your advantage to just go over a bunch of gaps because it's one of those cases where the alternative is, oh, I have to go to the very top, I have to go over and around, and it's like, or I could just swag gap over it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, now I'm at the area I need to be.
Yeah, alternatively, for some of the really far gaps, like you might need to use Dixie's hover to get over them, but if you know about like rolling and jumping off of ledges, then you can cross most of them with Diddy, fortunately. But the reason that trying to use Diddy more often than Dixie is that Diddy's run speed is actually faster than Dixie's. So when moving horizontally, it's better to be Diddy generally.
Which means that we're looking for that barrel that has his face on it at the current moment then, because right now we're rocking Team Dixie.
Yeah, finally got Diddy back now, but yeah, I took a hit unintentionally, so then I was playing as Dixie for a little bit.
See, I remember this area too, just in general, because the tires plus the frickin' bees. It was really the bees that were the frustrating bit in here. As I say that, and you get smacked by a bee.
Exactly.
As I say that, and you're smacked by a bee. It was those enemies that you're just like, God, but what if there was easier ways to just get rid of you? Because if I recall correctly, those you would have to hit in some way, shape, or form with a barrel or an item.
Yeah, or most of your animal buddies as well, but you don't have any currently.
In these levels, the forest type levels are specifically bad for that, just because they have a lot of bees. Oh, yeah, now that was
making so many mistakes.
No, you're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the game with a smooth I disagree on that. I'm gonna hit the game with a smooth disagree on that. And now that you've highlighted that Dixie is slower than Diddy, it's now like I physically see it.
Right? Yeah, their roll speed is the same. Like they have the same speed when they're rolling, but when they're just like running, then Diddy's faster.
Okay, so now we got those tires cleaned up. We're in good shape. Bouncing along.
Right. Got a pretty cool trick coming up. Called the scrolly scroll. Which for some reason you can make the camera freak out when you shoot out of that barrel and also land on a tire before actually hitting the ground. And the screen forces you to the right really fast.
I saw that. We saw kind of like the beginnings of that, it feels like.
Yep. But the risk, there's definitely like no point of recovery after. So yeah, if I keep playing this horribly, I might have to apologize for going over estimate, because it's kind of looking like that might happen. Like, this is like, I've made so many like mistakes that I've just never made in runs.
These things happen though. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday, and how that is quite literally the nature of being a speedrunner, right? Is that even with all the hours and hours and hours of practice in the world, sometimes RNG just says no fun for you today. Sometimes game glitches are just like, no, we're fixed. We don't know what you mean you have a glitch. That's incorrect. That's fake news. What glitches? No, this is a perfectly formed game.
Yeah, a lot of these are like really amateur mistakes too. It's like kind of embarrassing, but oh well. Keep pressing on.
I was gonna say, only thing we can do is keep pressing on, keep moving along, keep trying to get the rest of the run in a good spot, and making sure that we're doing okay overall. And I don't think that going over estimate is going to be the worst thing. I mean, if it's any consolation, we definitely went over estimate on something yesterday. But it was also because
I would expect a few to go over. Like, it happens, for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, per usual, we have that fish just appeared out of nowhere. I want everyone to recognize that. He literally appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, I got to the loading trigger pretty quickly while the water was rising, so it appears a little bit later, and it appears further to the right, so you can actually like kind of cut the corner better.
Nice.
And not slow down as much.
Nice. We were talking
playing this bonus really safe because I failed it in a practice run.
Is there like a specific strat that you could do that would be less safe?
You can like constantly stab with on guard, so that you don't lose any speed. But I don't know, the hitboxes are like really jank sometimes, and you'll like get hit like in the middle of when you're stabbing at an enemy.
Huh. Interesting. Interesting.
So I just took it slow and like would only stab at an enemy if I was like getting close to them, rather than like haphazardly doing it.
And I think I remember that too being something where it's like it's dependent on your stabbing is based on the animation. So if you're coming out of that stabbing animation, then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you're not hitting stuff anymore.
Exactly.
It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. I distinctly remember that. Then we got the strong men down here who are very angry about life. Very angry about life when you touch them.
Yep.
Semi-relatable
Yeah, this
content.
level is like a really punishing one, so I may not be talking too much after the bonus, but
that's perfectly fine. I can talk about plenty of things with the chat. We can kind of get things going along with. I saw some commentary about favorite RPGs, some mentions of Valkyrie Profile, and some of the OG things with Squaresoft. Like, Squaresoft was goated when it came to RPGs, I'm not gonna front. And then the 2000s hit and things got weird, like I said. But what do we got? We got a lot of hype in chat for you too. We got a lot of people pulling up, showing some support. We thank you for that immensely out here, GDQ, especially since this is the first time we're running Unapologetically Black and Fast. It is something to just talk about how we put this together, and we're really excited that everyone's really enjoying themselves. We're really happy that everyone's coming out and supporting their favorite Black speedrunners, telling us about more of their favorite Black speedrunners, and really looking forward to expanding this later on, just next year, and having maybe even more people speedrunning with us.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I know one person that forgot or didn't know about the submissions that would have been a really good fit. Also, check out this glitch.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh! Oh!
That actually loses time, but I just wanted to show it off because it's a marathon.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's a marathon. It's time to have fun with stuff. I have no idea.
See,
so did you?
You don't want to get any of those fanfares because it's slower than just hitting the target normally.
I was gonna say, and especially when you hit it at the top, for people who have never played this, when you hit it at the very top and you get the prize and it's something like an extra life balloon or something that's actually important, they'll also add on more time because they'll do a victory dance.
Exactly.
And the victory
Dixie's
dance
is shorter than Diddy's too, but that's why we try to end like all the boss fights with Dixie, because hers is like about three seconds shorter than Diddy's.
Yeah, because she just does like the quick guitar thing and she riffs and then she leaves. Diddy has like the boom box and like wants to have a whole freestyling session. It's like, hey Diddy, I know you're excited, but we really must get going. We have to go. Can you walk and carry the boom box with you? You can't. Okay. Just put the boom box down then. How's that sound? I hope that's okay for everybody. Also for people who are unaware and have never seen this game before, there's a couple of different things that you see with the enemies. We always make fun of gaming companies that do color swaps on enemies. And the Donkey Kong series, they actually have an important difference, because we just saw yellow bees, which we can hit with our buddies, and we can hit them with boxes and barrels. We just can't jump on them with characters. When you get to the red bees are ones that are just like, no, I don't care about any of your feelings. I'm not letting you do anything. There's nothing you can do with those. You just have to avoid them. So some important things to kind of think about while we're watching the run, and I'm trying to just afford you some space to, if you need to focus, then go ahead and focus.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. This part's like fairly easy, despite me making a mistake once. But
now see, but nobody knew you made the mistake, and that's what's beautiful about it. Because as far as everyone's concerned, they're just like, wow, this is 9,000 times better than what I can do. At least that's what I tell myself, because then when I make a bunch of mistakes, I'm just like, hopefully nobody saw that. And then someone pulls up and says, hey, were you meant to do
Exactly.
Suffering. Got a couple. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay, yeah. So earlier I was mentioning about RNG for cleaver. So like where these cannonballs spawn, they can be in like one of 4 spots. So you just want them closer to the edge, so that you can hit cleaver sooner. So it does lose like, I don't know, like less than a second, like if you get bad luck on each cycle.
I always thought this boss was also really goofy because it's like, please fight my ghost sword. What?
Exactly.
What's happening here?
It's kind of spooky because it's like the lava hand at first, and then like the sword just like flies up on its own like midway through the fight.
And then you destroy it and it's a bunch of bones. And it evokes several questions. There are many questions being had here. I'm not sure what's going on. I thought this was a sword. It's made of bones. There's a lava hand. You know, let's just go to the next level. How does that sound for everybody?
Exactly. Yeah, I guess it just fits the pirate theme because it's like it's like one of those like pirate type swords. I forgot what they're called, like scimitar, I think.
Ooh, nice little double hit there. That was kind of cute.
Yeah, trying to cruise fast with Rambi, but oh gosh, I actually messed up a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still alive at least. If you make mistakes with the Rambi movement there, you can very easily fall into the pits.
Oh. Well, I mean, we didn't see any pit falling, so I think we're in good shape. I think we're doing wonderful.
Yeah, fortunately. Like, barely lost time. Oh, I jumped in input for no reason.
Mark, that is unfortunate. Mark, that is unfortunate. Now, I was just about to ask while we were waiting on that guy, but it makes sense now because he threw the cannonball you needed for the bonus area that you needed.
Precisely. Yeah, get 102%. Because, yeah, we need all the, what's it called? All these creme coins to be able to access the lost world levels.
Okay.
And the creme coins also do count for percent when you collect them. So there's like... Wait, actually do they? I might be wrong about that. I don't think they do, because it's like 75 of them, so... Yeah, it's definitely not.
Oh.
My mistake.
Well, and just the same, it's still something important to kind of highlight given by the fact that you need those to get to the Lost World, and you need to do those worlds in order to get to the 102.
Yep.
So they're valuable enough. They're valuable enough.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, this Dude, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, that bonus is like really easy, but I was like shooting upwards for like, no reason. I was just getting ahead of myself a little. That's not too bad. And also, there's not too much to talk about for this level. Like, pretty much just swimming through and don't want to hit corners, because you lose all your speed if you hit them.
Well, and I was gonna say, it's another reminder of everyone's bane of their existence. It was bad enough that the water is an underwater level, but now we're underwater and it's dark.
Yep.
And I just want to know, Nintendo, why do you hate children? Why? Because
yeah,
kids are playing this. Yeah, the flashing light when it kind of rotates around is a little bit jarring.
Yeah, they dimmed it a lot in later revisions of the game, like the VC ports and stuff, like on Switch and I think Wii U as well.
Okay. It's nice that those are getting adjusted when they port it to later things too, make it a little bit more accessible to people. I know that we've been, and I know too here at GDQ, we've been really mindful about when we have bright lights, flashing lights, lots of things that are really, really possibly stressful. So it's good to see more things, more organizations, more companies in general, just trying to be mindful of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm also like trying hard to not change directions, like just in case too, but sometimes I gotta do it to try to cut corners better and whatnot.
Sometimes you gotta do it to them. That's all you gotta leave that at. Sometimes you gotta do it to them.
Exactly.
But just the same, it's okay. We still all universally hate. I won't say all universally hate. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna be bold and say we all universally hate underwater levels. Doesn't matter the iteration or the reasoning for it. If the level has water, we hate it here. I'm gonna go ahead and make that just an overarching statement. If it has water, we probably hate it here, especially when your people can't swim. If you're a superhero, what do you mean you can't swim? Understand
Exactly.
this. you're able to carry 16 guns, a small child, and 18 bazookas at once, and you don't know how to doggy paddle?
Yep.
Sir. Oh, and then someone did cover me. It was Rare that did this. I'm thinking of it because it was on the Super Nintendo. Oh, Rare. Oh, Rare.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I had to revisit the level because it's the bonus is right above, so it's just faster to come back later after the first visit and then go up instead of going down. And then since after you beat a level, how you can press start and select to exit out of a level quickly.
Okay.
After you've completed it. So yeah, I went back and got the bonus and the DK coin and then exited out. Yeah, this level might die a lot, but maybe not. We'll
I
see.
believe in you. I believe in you. I am going to maintain the faith. Always going to maintain the faith.
Yeah, since there's like pits everywhere, then you know, one misstep or like not getting a jump input or something is very easily fall into the water.
Well, and then I don't know if people caught it in chat, but there's a no spider sign where he just landed, meaning that technically you are supposed to do that whole section with the spider. Technically, but you know, we're doing the speed run thing here. So we don't need no heckin' dang spiders. We got our own fancy piece.
Yeah, she was the spider.
And I'm just now watching like all the movement and everything is kind of like you got a lot of timing going on. We've got a lot of different prompting going on. We're doing some of those I forget what someone. Oh no, it was so good. You were doing so good too. That was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, it's like exactly the spot I've been having trouble in practice runs too, where I just keep like falling off for no reason.
I mean, for what it's worth, you are trying to do some relatively difficult jump tech there too, because you're working, and this is actually what I was trying to get into a little bit, is you're working against a timer, you're working against multiple obstacles, you have no grounding to use, and you're still trying to do the jumps at the same time, where you're going to be extending that spin cycle. So then,
whatever, I just played it safe, it's fine.
Well, yeah, and you're extending.
I wanted to show off the really cool ending, but like I'm just playing so awful, and additionally my hands are freezing. So.
Your hands are freezing?
Yeah.
You gotta get you some of those.
Playing really bad.
You gotta get you some of those. I'm thinking about getting these too because my hands are always cold. Those like fingerless gamer gloves that are nice and lightweight but still very toasty.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, like they make those now because like my hands are always literally at all times like ice. Like I can be anyone who's watched my channel knows I stream in like bathrobes, blankets, weird super cozy hours, drinking a glass of wine, just like yeah, everything's cool. But my hands,
it sounds pretty cozy.
Oh yeah, we keep it cozy. We chill over at the wine cellar, even though it's like okay, we're gonna do some cozy speed running because those words go together. But my hands are always like ice. Always like ice. Yeah, chat, we need to send some warmth to Ryan. Yeah, get some warmth over that direction. Send some warm, fuzzy feels.
Yeah, also about this stage a little bit. Yeah, Ratley moves slow when he's on the ground, so you want to be in the air as much as possible because he pretty much goes at full speed. And right now I'm doing something called short hop double jumps, which can do like a glitchy jump if you're holding the A button to like charge up his jump to do like a high jump. But then if you tap B quickly while holding A, then he'll get this like glitchy jump state that you can also do a second jump out of in the air.
Okay.
So
nice.
It's able to do that bonus a little bit faster. Oh, I'm gonna play this safe too because I tripped up on my movement a little bit.
I feel too that there's some importance in highlighting the fact that as a runner, there's a lot of value in having safety strats, not just because it's like, oh, maybe I don't trust this, or maybe I'm playing like turds today, but also just having like a multitude of skills available so that you can kind of adjust based on anything that happens. I know that there's a lot of safety strats that come from like, what if I miss this jump? Or what if I kind of whiff this certain area? So I think it's something to be said that there's a lot of expertise and skill in even knowing, hey, if this thing messes up, what's the alternative? What are we doing
exactly.
next?
Backup strats are so important for speedrunning in general. If there's a backup available, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I always advocate for practicing your backups. It's huge.
It's something that I'm kind of struggling with right now in a lot of my runs because I'm trying to learn general tech, but then I'm also like, because there's so many guides available that show like advanced tech for depending on your game. And I want to be so impatient and learn the advanced tech, and I'm like, but I need to learn the comfy tech first. Because the comfy tech is what'll help. Yeah, it's what helps push you to the advanced tech. And then you can try it a few times, see how we do. And then say, you know what? If that's not working, we got the comfy tech. We can still utilize that. For people who are asking in chat, this was originally on the Super Nintendo. This is originally on the Super Nintendo, and that's why I said earlier it was a Nintendo game, but then someone corrected me and said, yes, it was done by Rare.
Yep.
Yeah, have backups to your backups. And the Super Nintendo was a great era. Go ahead, what were you about to say?
Oh, I was saying that it's like, ages before Microsoft bought Rare, so. Back when it was still like Nintendo games, or Rare made Nintendo games specifically.
Exactly. What a time to be alive. When you boot up a game and you saw that big gold Rare logo.
Yep.
And you knew it was about to be a good time. Oh, man. Oh, now what just
had that feeling with Oh, sorry.
Oh, what just happened there? Because like you just kind of glitched past the entire board.
I did a super jump by. Oh my god, this bonus is horrible. All right, I think I lost like at least 6 or 7 seconds to that bonus. Yeah, so I did a super jump. So basically, I swapped Kongs in the water, and then when I took damage, then the game still thinks you have water physics. So you end up. You know how the characters kind of like jump up a bit after you take damage, and it swaps your Kong order. Here it is again. Then when it pops them up, the game kind of thinks that you're underwater, so it makes you like really floaty. So if you're holding the jump button, you'll go up really high.
Okay.
But only if you've swapped in the water before you took damage, though.
So it's nice. It's a little bit of a tight timing window there too to pull it off.
No, it's pretty easy.
Oh,
you can definitely try it at home.
I say booting up the Super Nintendo Classic and just gonna say I'm gonna try this jump out, provided they didn't like fix it for the Classic.
I'm actually not too sure. I think it still works, but don't quote me on that.
And I could just plug it up and find out later on today. Come back with my findings for all the GDQ crowd. I can confirm this works on your Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah, because there's different versions for this game as well. First revision's 1.0, or sorry, the first version's 1.0, which I'm playing on currently, because it's faster for 102%. And then version 1.1 or revision 8 is it has a different set of glitches, so it's actually faster for like any percent, because a lot of the wrong warps you do in that category only work on that version. They crash the game if you try them on 1.0. But since you don't need a wrong warp in this category, then 1.0 is better, because it has a different set of glitches, which I will be using later in the run.
Okay. So you're going through some of the areas that I remember being young and hating, because this whole area, again, I'm just trying to add information and context for chat who might not have played this. This entire area, it's all like a vine maze. And as you can see, all the traversals being done with barrels. There's going to be later levels where all you're going to be using is your buddies. But it is very, very, very seldom in a lot of this that you're going to be on the ground. So missing barrels in this, or missing your jumps and where they're supposed to... What? Whoa. Did you just hit an enemy above you and then... Or you had Dixie land somewhere above you and it automatically warped you over?
Yeah, it's kind of a complicated trick. So I did something called team throw super jump, also known as the big boy, which I also used it in Cannon's Claim, the second level in World 2, to get into the warp barrel quickly. Actually, I did it twice in that level, but so if you throw your partner into an enemy, then horizontally, then when they come back to you, if you jump, let go of the jump button and then re-press and hold the jump button, then when they come back to you, it'll give you an extra jump in the air. And with it, I was able to get enough height to slightly clip through the vine, and I did a team throw that like clipped through the vine because I was like just high enough through it, and was able to skip a pretty large section. Yeah, it's kind of like 2 tricks in one, basically.
Nice. I was gonna say, I was watching you wait for something on this boss. I was like, I forget what you have to do with this boss, because you can't actually jump on him. You have to throw the barrels at him. Which means this is just a long and tedious fight. Because you have to wait for him to decide when he's gonna get hit.
Boss is quite a snooze fest. It's like 1.5 minutes long too, so.
Yeah. On the plus side, it's really easy.
Yeah, as long as you're not like sleeping, then yeah, it's never sleep on this boss. It's like easy to trip up and get hit. There is some like faster tech you can do where you know how Dixie, like when she throws an item, she kind of like whips her hair back and then throws it.
Yes.
You can use that to kind of hit him sooner if you let him like fall on top of you, and you can like walk behind him. But it saves only like about 20 frames on average, and you have to repeat the cycle if you mess up, because he'll jab your barrel and blow it up. So I didn't bother showcasing it because I don't know, I've been messing up like everything already, so like there's no point in adding like over 10 seconds from a mistake if I don't have to. No.
And then you just saw there the animation of Dixie celebrating, playing her guitar, and she riffs and she stops. Those are the same animations we were talking about for the end of the level, where if you let those play out, it just adds time. And then Diddy Kong's is literally like double the time easily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Diddy's is about 8 seconds and Dixie's is like 4 seconds, I think.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. That sounds about correct.
I'm gonna take this for safety, the mid barrel. So normally there's a cool trick, like another scrolly scroll, like I did in Jungle Jinx, but in this category we can't do it because we need to get the DK coin,
okay,
which you would skip over it doing the scrolly scroll right here because you need to access this hole. But it is a really fun looking trick. But yeah, if anyone watched the races in AGDQ, then you probably saw it. I'm gonna play this part safe. If I lose Diddy at this point, it actually does lose a lot of time. So you could actually like not shoot that bee and dismount off of Splitter to jump over the bee, but it can be risky if you mess up.
I was gonna say, because that would be right there with what you're talking about of, if you don't time your jump correctly, you'll hit the bee and then you'll lose Diddy, and it's like, well, rip me.
Yeah, exactly, because I want to revisit the level to get 2 bonuses that I haven't done at the start of the level, because it's going to be using the start and select thing again to exit out after the second bonus. And you need a team throw to grab that hook up there, so if you lose Diddy, you would have to like traverse part of the level, get Diddy, and then backtrack to go get it. So you lose like close to 10 seconds, I think.
Sure hate that.
And then additionally, playing the end of the level with Dixie is also a little slower, so there's that too. But yeah. So yeah, this bonus is not really difficult as long as I don't get some like weird hitboxes or something. So I think it actually gets a little faster to crash the boxes into the beats instead of throwing, but I'm actually not 100% sure.
I think it would be because you don't have that throwing animation.
Yep.
I mean,
Also, the audio is gonna be a bit glitchy now because I used start and select to exit when I collected that coin. So some of the sounds are gonna play like really delayed throughout this level. But
No.
yeah, don't freak out.
You're making the game's brain hurt. We were supposed to be doing these things.
And yeah, gotta make sure not to miss any of the bonuses in this level or fail them, because if I do, I'll have to probably repeat the level and take a ton of time to do the bonuses again. So they're not particularly hard, but I will be careful though. So. No, I actually skipped out on killing the last beat to the left because for whatever reason, going through the no squawk sign counts as an enemy dying, so it counts for destroying them all. So I actually saved a bit of time by like not going really far to the left to kill one of the beasts.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's really bizarre. I wonder if that's intentional, or if that's something that just kind of was very accidental. Moment of being like, yeah, well, we found it. We just don't feel like fixing the code. We'll just leave it there. It's fine. No one's gonna notice.
Exactly. I wonder.
I would say I feel like that is 100% what happened. To be perfectly honest.
Possibly.
Oh, so we got some
guess it's as good as mine. Sorry.
We got some people in chat saying, so you're known as a melee player and not a speedrunner.
Yeah, I'm more known for competitive Smash Bros. Melee because yeah, I'm like one of like the old school like, veteran players. Because I started competing in July 2005, so like just after I turned 15. And also throughout most of the top 100 rankings, I've been usually ranked like usually within the top 50 in most of them. So it's definitely where a lot of I guess my fan base came from.
Nice, really nice. It's always interesting to have that kind of mixture between kind of like the different fandoms.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm giggling at Dixie in that animation when you throw her. She just falls over like, bro, why? It looks so funny. Like, bro, what is this?
Yeah, I did another big boy to get the invincibility barrel as well. So that I could have it for a bit longer and like start moving right away instead of throwing Dixie upwards. Because that animation's a lot slower compared to horizontal throw.
Makes sense.
Oh, this level also has a very big difference between Japanese and English. So I'm playing on a Japanese version currently. But yeah, there's a lot less enemies in the Japanese version compared to the USA. So this level is a little bit easier in JP. I'm also gonna try and do a sign skip here by moving the camera up to not get rid of squawks, so I can skip getting Squitter for this part. So I can just like fly through it instead of using the webs to climb up.
Nice.
And then yeah, grab that barrel for safety after too.
But now that's so funny because it acknowledged that you had Squawker and let you still fly and let you still hit barrels, but the vines were just a complete non-issue. It's like, what vines? There's no vines here. This is free real estate. I don't know what you're on.
Yeah.
There's nothing here that's poking us to death. How dare you?
Yeah, secret area, fortunately. And oh shoot, what was I about to say? Yeah, I lost Dixie at the end, but fortunately there's a barrel right there because I do need to get this bonus still. And I did want to have Diddy in front, so I guess that did help a bit taking damage, but of course it's a little slower. So. Yeah, I always forget where to go in this bonus. Fortunately, I killed enough enemies. swear I do something different every time
like,
too.
As long as the people die and you get your stuff, I think that's what we care about, right? Like,
Exactly.
you know, I just gonna do this. Make sure there's enough people who eat dirt. Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Yeah, I think you need to kill exactly
A+,
4.
or like 1 per track at least, or something like that. I'm sorry. What? Oh. Oh. I did not know that. Oh. I didn't know that was ever behind there.
Yeah, if you hold left, then you'll you'll go backwards to get the boost barrel, which makes you go a lot faster. There is a myth that you need to get it to be able to kill the first place guy to get the DK coin, but you can actually do it without it. But
I was gonna say you can do it. It's just, yeah, and it's absolutely tedious. Because I wish I could have been doing this area with this type of speed. Because I've been doing it like, you know, the regular way.
Yeah, it yeah, doing it the regular way definitely makes it easier for the most part, but yeah, the extra speed does make it fun though. Yeah, this level's like pretty hard to optimize as well. Maybe trying to go under the world a few times, rolling through the water, which of course if I mess up I'm dead, and there's like pits everywhere, so level's definitely a really dangerous one. But also I need to get the bonuses in between, so so I guess I don't get to do all the really cool strats like in 90% because the bonus skips one of them, fortunately, because the other really cool strat is like a really easy way to die.
I forgot about like the whippy tail people too. Those cats with their freaking tails are atrocious.
Yeah, we call them Sonics, but yeah, Cato Ninetails, the actual name.
Oh my god, I hated them so much when I was younger. I think it's just because their entire aesthetic bothers me. It does,
Kinda
because
look
they
like
just,
Sonic, don't they?
They look like ugly Sonics, and they can hit you and they suck, but then after they lose their momentum, they just kind of sit there and look really doofy. And I'm just like,
yeah, they get tired.
I don't like these.
Yeah, you can really get mixed by them too when they like grab you and stuff, and they like toss you around. So
yes,
it's very easy to either unintentionally get bonuses or accidentally get hit by an enemy. All right, so yeah, I really wanted to get that DK coin because if you miss that, then you got to do the whole level again to go get that in this category. You'll see in a bit.
these water jumps so much.
And yeah, next level's what's it called? Clobber Carnage. So there's a ton of clobbers, barrel dudes that they try to like bump you around a lot. Oh, whoops, I messed up my movement, so I guess I'm gonna get bumped by a few. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so the gray ones make you lose a life. You can recollect it before your balloon flies away though. And the yellow ones make you lose bananas, which, I mean, shouldn't really matter because I ideally shouldn't game over during the run. And be collecting plenty of lives like throughout the run too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even without the Kongs, I know people mentioned that in chat a little bit, that you can collect the KONGs and get an extra life. But even without the Kongs, you're still doing well because you get an extra life for every 100 bananas. And then every now and again, you've had cases where you've got a chance to get to the red balloons.
Yep. All right, losing like 25 seconds here to messed up the second invisible object. So I wanted to corrupt this barrel, like the rotatable one. Mm-hmm. And it would make me, shoot me really far, like throughout the level, like I did with the first one earlier. But since I missed it, then had to kind of just take the intended way. And there's a little bit of a damage boost there to skip what's it called? The skip waiting in the barrel longer.
Okay.
Which normally if I got shot really far by doing what I intended to do, then would have had the same thing happen. Oh my god, what am I doing? Whoops. Okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And a little bit of hiccups in the bonus, but it's still okay. Oh, whoops.
All the spikes. All the spikes. How dare. So also bonuses at the end of the level. How dare.
Yeah, fortunately you get to like if you fail the bonus you can retry. And just like shoot yourself back into the bonus barrel. Not too bad, but yeah, it can be actually the bonus is like not very hard, but if you try to do like optimal movement, it's easy to make mistakes. Which happened to me, but I just lost a little bit of time rather than like failing the bonus or anything. So wow, I've seen a lot of compliments in chat. Appreciate it, everybody.
I want to say you've got a lot of love pulling up for you. You got a lot of people who are very confused. They're like, wait, so he's God tier at Melee and he's a speedrunner? What can't he do? Is there something that he can't do?
Yeah, I'm kind of like average or above that. A little bit above average in like most speedruns, but not like amazing at really any of them.
I feel
working on it though.
I was just about to say, I feel like when it comes to speedruns and challenge runs especially, it's easy to break in, but to get into the higher tiers, it's a lot of dedication and work. Like the run that I'm working on, the world record is 16 minutes, and I've told people, I was like, oh, I have zero interest in 16 minutes. However, I know that I can hit 30 minutes, and that makes me happy. Because on average, the game takes like 5 hours to beat, give or take.
What game?
Katana Zero. I've been working on that for a while. And then I'm going to be working on a Bloodborne speedrun. And I'm trying to decide if I want to try and do my no-hit speedrun or if I want to do speedrun first.
I see.
I'll have to figure out I want to figure out what category I want to do. I don't know what category I want to do because I like the entire game. Like, on the one hand, I don't want to do Old Hunters, but on the other hand, Maria. Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot, too, that we haven't mentioned it. There are some levels where you have to just be the buddy and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Ramby, Rumble, so a lot of the community split. Got a global emote called Heck Ramby.
Oh no, why are we hecking Ramby?
He's like kind of awkward to control, so you like the run killer a lot of times.
Okay, I understand why we hecking Ramby. I get it. I get it.
I'm definitely on that camp, especially because I've run like 8 different categories for this game, and some of them like have like really hard sections with Ramby, which actually Red Hot Ride back in World 2 is usually a really difficult level, but I actually got through it really clean this run. So I was very relieved because you lose like, I don't know, one mistake can easily lose like a minute and a half or something in that level, and I fortunately just beat it in one try.
Nice.
Really happy.
Nice. Now see, we want to highlight more of that. Instead of saying, oh, I messed this up. No, you're doing great. You're doing dope. And you're doing hard sections flawlessly, and we love that for you.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Of course.
And yeah, this level is actually like, oh, whoops.
Oh no.
1 second.
Please hold. We're gonna put on some elevator music.
Wow, that's a new mistake that I've made. Yeah, it's almost like usually pretty relaxing after a lot of like intense tricks like throughout a lot of World 4. Though definitely I think I'm gonna lose a lot of time from losing Diddy there. Guess I was just being a little absent-minded, so It's okay though. Oh wait, never mind. I forgot there's a DK barrel like right at the mid barrel, so it didn't lose too much. Probably like 5 seconds. So trying another big boy here to get this bonus so that I don't have to climb those ghost ropes on the side. Saves a little bit of time.
Nice. I'm upset that ghost was throwing porcupines at you. The amount of disrespect being had there.
Speedrunner's worst level for this game. I gotta think, because it's probably a different answer in this category compared to any percent. So I'm gonna just despawn this guy to play it safe. Try to think of like the hard, like what's a really hard level in this category? Well, Red Hot Ride, the one that I unfortunately beat one try. Pretty rough, and it's like around like 15 minutes into the run, so sometimes it kind of feels bad when you get out of World 1 finally, and then like, you know, you just lose the run to like Ramby, basically. And another tough one, Animal Antics, is like pretty tough in the latter half of that level. Web Woods is also like pretty scary, because naturally it's like a fairly hard level, but then in addition, like the goal you have to get the DK coin at the goal, like the same as when I did a Mudhole Marsh. And for that one, the DK coin is only shows up for 11 frames. So if you miss it, then you have to do that whole level again, and like the level's like a minute and a half long, so it's like so brutal to mess up that pretty tight window.
I'm upset that they just threw you backwards. It's like, you gotta get out of here, and you just go into another
Especially
level.
if you're trying to go fast and you end up missing it barely. But yeah, Haunted Hall is like pretty much just an auto-scroller. It's like this level, like for the most part, is pretty cruising, but the next bonus coming up, like the jump is kind of awkward to get into the bonus, and if you miss it, then you either got to replay the whole level to that point, or die on purpose and then start from the mid barrel to get another shot at it. So it loses a lot of time either way. And if you fail that bonus, then yeah, same deal. And like the bonus is not really like easy either. It's like a pretty cruel one to fail.
I never understood why they wanted to put this weird ghost mechanic in here. It's just like, well, why? Why am I being chased? Right? Who thought of this? I ask again, why do y'all hate kids?
Yeah, this could be like pretty nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Alright, fortunately I got through the bonus. I was a little worried, because yeah, again, since I've been, I think, generally playing kind of poor, so I was like a little concerned. Yeah, failing that bonus loses a lot of time. But I didn't go for any of like the optimal strats either, like jumping off of the slopes and stuff to preserve your speed. Generally throughout this level, you want to jump up or down slopes to keep your speed going.
Oh my gosh, we got our first Kong. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, is that the first one I got throughout the run?
I'm pretty sure it is. I think that's the very first one you've got throughout the entire run. Because I know most of them, I think a few of them it's been a single letter. I remember one level in particular you had just ONG, and I just kind of chuckled because I'm a small child. Because I was like, what words can we make with this, kids?
Ong.
No, it's just Ong. Yeah, I think, can chat confirm that? I think that's the first Kong we've seen the entire run. I know there was some talk about why the Kongs don't count for percentage, and that's specifically because the Kongs are there just for extra lives. So you don't have to collect them.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't count towards like percent or anything, so. And you can also collect them more than once if you visit the level. Unlike the bonus, the Creme coins or the DK coins, which when you get them once in the level, then they'll have like a check mark over them, so it means you can't collect them again.
Right there too. Oh, that's the.
Yeah.
I see what's going on there. I was gonna say I forgot about the wind pushing level. I was gonna say, are we doing more goofy things? No, we're not. We're not.
The wind is a gimmick.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a speedrun wiki with a lot of information for this game, and I think it just says that the wind is a gimmick or something like that.
I love seeing some of the stuff that people come up with for the wiki. Although it's not wrong, the wind is kind of a gimmick.
Yeah, community memes as well. Oh god, I'm dead.
Oh no!
Yeah, that corner is really jank. Sometimes when you roll on the corner, it like eats all your speed. So exactly that happened, and my jump was just short enough because I lost like most of my speed.
Ugh. But you still got your DK coin.
Yeah.
So
At least I won't have to do that same jump to get it. I've actually never missed that in a run either. It's the first time. Like in practice, I've like missed it occasionally, but like in a run, I've now lost my 100% success rate.
Oh no. Oh no.
It happens. Oh! Alright, we can just pile on the mistakes for fun. I got a ditty rap for the fans.
So, but everyone gets to see it now, where it's the animation that takes what feels like 870 years. It's like, Diddy, you're cute, but we would like to go swiftly. I beg you, please continue walking while you hold the boombox.
Yeah, exactly. What was I gonna say? So I was going for like a trick called the LZ swap, which so generally when you shoot out of get shot out of barrels, the Kongs kind of have a airborne state. So you can if you swap onto a goal, it'll swap your Kongs, but it'll also mirror the goal. So I was trying to like land just behind the target and then swap, but I undershot it by a small amount, so I actually landed on the goal. It would have been better to overshoot it at least, but unfortunately I got like the worst result. That happens. I basically let go of forward like a frame too early, so that I got punished.
I had to stop for a second because I'm just watching you navigate this level, and I remember this level being, there's a level like this, there's this level, and then there's a level like this in Earthworm Jim, and I hate both iterations of it, where you have to just like kind of navigate really slowly to make sure you don't hit all the things that can absolutely murder you. And just seeing you be like, nah, I'm just gonna go, and just falling through. It's like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
There's someone in the community, I stole her line for when we were doing commentary for this Any Percent tournament that's going on right now. So yeah, she calls it the party trick level, parachute panic. Because it's like, it's just like a really visually like appealing level for spectators. So like falling down without using the parrot to very slowly go down. In 100% though, there's a lot of gaps in between because you have to like get the bonuses as well. Mm-hmm. But it's still really cool looking, in my opinion. Fortunately, I didn't have a death there as well.
I don't know why I just thought of this too, but for 102%, are you gonna have to do the accursed level that uses all of your buddies?
Yeah, Animal Antics.
Oh no, I forgot that was the name of it. I know people have mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, that one's coming up pretty soon. You'll be doing it, I think it's like in the next like 4 levels I'll be doing it.
I can already feel my sadness welling. Like I said, I had never beaten this when I was younger because I insisted on trying to do everything. I remember getting to that particular level and tiny version of me was just like, you know, I could be done. I'm not dealing with this. And it's kind of the same things you were talking about because some animals just do so much better than others by a long shot.
Yeah.
And having to do a section with the rhino and then having to do the section with the freaking oh god, what was it? Yes, thank you. I was gonna say it's the freaking swordfish. I was like, I can't.
Yeah, I'm taking this level extra safe because one, I don't want to die, and two, oh, whoops. Yeah, I don't want to die, and additionally, I took an unintended hit right before the bonus, so. What's bad about that, though, is that there's no DK barrels left, so I'm gonna get another Diddy rap at the end. Because you have to actually trigger the fanfare for the gold to get the DK coin. So normally you want to be Dixie to save a little bit of time. And because you want to be Dixie in the boss fight coming up next too. But whatever, it's a pretty small time loss though.
So someone asked for a comment that was made earlier. Are you talking about the Blind Salamander on Earthworm Jim 2? No, but that one's pretty high up there too. The one that I was thinking of that was reminiscent of the level with the bees is actually the level before the final stage in Earthworm Jim 1, before you fight Queen Slug for a butt. And you have to actually helicopter your way through the entire bramble, and there's multiple paths that can give you like better upgrades and stuff, but they never tell you that. I remember that me and my turbo controller got real cozy once I got to that board. Oh, I absolutely hated it. Could not stand it.
Yeah, another instance of RNG is this boss, Crow 2. So, back with a vengeance. I got the worst luck on the second cycle. It happens. You really don't want to see left side spawns on any of the cycles. But in addition, I also have to be careful because on version 1.0, this boss also moves a lot slower. So if I shoot out of the barrel on the second cycle, what's it called? On the second cycle, if I shoot out of the barrel, I will what? Okay, yeah. So if I shoot out of the barrel on the second cycle, when Crow, if he doesn't finish flying all the way up, you'll bonk off of him and be underneath the level a little bit. And if you have only one Kong, you'll end up soft locked. Like you can't get out and you can't die on purpose or anything. So fortunately, that didn't happen though. I did also try to show off a little like Easter egg thing, but I actually somehow failed it in like a weird way. Which didn't like save or lose time or anything, but I just wanted to show it off because of like marathon, but it's fine. So basically I try to die on purpose at the end of the fight, because so if you win the fight and die, then you'll still get Dixie's fanfare, so it'll cancel your death. But I somehow killed that that last small ghost crow at the end. Like I jumped on him barely instead of getting hit.
Oh no. Accidentally playing the game too good.
I know, right? It was like actually partly because I got there too slow because I got bad RNG on the barrel spawn because it was on the left side. So I got like 2 left spawns, and the first cycle was middle, which is what you want, and the last 2 cycles you want a right side spawn for both, but I got left for both, which loses the most time. But yeah, it's not a whole lot though anyway.
I just want to know who's controlling these water levels. Like this is like a little kid playing with a water faucet on you. It's just like right? Turning the water up, down, up. It's like if you could stop wasting the water, that would be great. Please stop it. Begging you.
Yep. Yeah, at 90% there's a really hard trick at the start of that level called Arctic's Dip, where you kind of clip into a wall and like take damage on purpose while baiting one of the fish all the way back to the start of the level. And it normally saves about 15 seconds, but it's actually like a notoriously difficult trick. It's like one of the newest like major skips as well. It came out like 2 years ago, I think. But yeah, here's Animal Antics, the level we were talking about earlier.
Anxiety increasing. Although
yeah,
it's
the
nice
latter
to see.
Half with. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's nice to see that you can do stuff quickly, though. The latter half, you were saying?
Oh, shoot, what was I saying? Yeah, the latter half. Yeah, I guess the notoriously hard part is like the windy section where you gotta use part of it you use Squitter, and then you also use Squawks. Like it's gonna be like brambles and like wind and stuff. like the section after this one. That everyone as kids definitely had a difficult time with. I'm definitely no different either from everyone.
I just, like I said, I got to this level and I said, you know, I could be good. I'm not dealing with this.
I know, right?
I'm not dealing with this. Things that I'm trying to be like optimistic about, and I'm just sitting there as a small child playing, and I'm like, oh, cool! It's a level that I get to use some of the stuff I like. And then you look at it, and you just go, oh, I have to use nothing but the okay. I'm not angry, you're angry. God.
Yeah, plus had to get the bonus there, do a little tour. Oh yeah, so the Lost World levels, when you do the bonus, you get a DK coin instead of a Creme coin as well. So it's part of the 40 that you need.
A question from the chat. I'll go ahead and read it. Yep. So I know Ryan is playing the Japanese version because the levels are different, but is there any time saved with the text? Like, would the English text take longer to scroll?
No. Like in any percent and some other categories, like it's completely like preference based or dependent on like which version you have. But both USA and Japanese are the same. Time wise, anyway. Just yeah, the minor difference is that there a couple levels have like fewer enemies, which is like Bramble Scramble, the most notable one, and then in Haunted Hall, like that auto scroller with like the ghost skeleton that's chasing you. We didn't get to see it in this run because I took that that last bonus that I kept talking about. I was like afraid to fail the bonus and all that. Above that bonus, if you don't go in, there's 2 bees there in the USA version that you need to jump over, and then in the Japanese version there's only 1 bee. So yeah, they just have like 1 less bee in the Japanese version. Right. There's like some minor differences, but time-wise, both versions are pretty much the same.
All right, we have another one in here. This is going to be a general question. Which is more frustrating, Animal Antics or Web Woods?
I had to actually think about that.
I was just saying, that moment of silence is like, ooh, they both kind of suck. Okay.
Yeah, I actually like Web Woods. I feel like it's difficult, but it's not like BS in like a cheesy way or anything. So like, I feel like it's generally like more reflective of your skill. Like you'll do well if you're like really good at it. Whereas Animal Antics, I feel like there's like kind of like janky things that can happen a lot. So I would have to say Animal Antics because it kind of feels a little more out of your control. And personally, I can like never finish that level with both Kongs. I always take damage in that wind section. You can kind of like squeeze in between a lot of the bees in there, but I couldn't do it. Oh dang! So this is gonna be a big time loss as well. I really didn't want to take damage with Diddy there, because the next major skip in the next level is gonna require needing both Kongs, and there's no DK barrel for the remainder of this level. That is my fault for doing a risky trick. We call a ghetto bee skip, which so like when you're using the wind to go under those 3 bees, you can skip under 2 of them with your first you kind of go like up and down with the wind, and like you can kind of go under the first 2 bees instead of going under 1 by 1. So I tried to like skip underneath both, but I got hit by the first bee because I went the tiniest bit too early and got hit. But it happens. So yeah, I need to go back to Arctic Abyss to get Diddy back, because the next level, what's it called? Castle Crush. I actually love the music in the level, but Castle Crush is like the longest auto scroller in like the whole trilogy of the game by a lot too. Like this auto scroller is like over 4.5 minutes long, but there is a trick that I'm gonna be trying to do called Goal Summon, which I'm gonna get an invincible object like partway through, like maybe close to like 1.5 minutes through the level. And with it, it's gonna kind of like instantly warp me up to the goal. And yeah, it basically skips like 3 minutes of this level. If I fail it though, then I have to like die and try. Well, I'm guaranteed to die, but I'll have to like try again as well, and it will lose like over a minute and a half like per fail for like around 2 minutes. So ideally I get it first try because it's like really punishing the miss. I don't think it's particularly difficult either, but sometimes it'll like just seemingly for no reason just not work. So
I believe in it. Chat believes in it. I believe in it. I think we're gonna be just fine.
Yep, here's hoping. I also need to make sure that I don't take damage at all and not lose this DK barrel either, because I need it to get the invincible object right now, actually.
I love that the bees hit the floor and they're just like, oh gosh.
Yeah, the crusher just reaches.
Oh, wonderful. I love that for you.
Yeah, fortunately I got through that. Yeah, again, it's like not particularly hard, but just like sometimes it doesn't work and you're like, what? Why didn't it work? And of course in marathon setting, you know, kind of you kind of expect a lot of things to go wrong, so you just hope it doesn't, right?
I mean, but like I said, we had the faith. Chat and I knew that you would be fine. There was no concerns that we had on our side. I don't want to speak for chat. Were y'all concerned that Ryan wasn't going to get? I wasn't concerned.
Wasn't even close.
It wasn't even something to be worried about. This is fine. This is easy game.
Yeah, you also may notice that I didn't do any of the bonuses in that level or get the DK coin, but since I need 2 Kongs again, it's just faster to do this level first and then backtrack. Oh, I kind of messed up this bonus a little, but probably lost like 2 seconds. Not too bad. Yeah, so doing what's this level called again? Oh, Clapper's Cavern. Actually, this level is also a pretty nice breather. Again, after a bunch of like intense like parts of the run, so it's always nice to be relaxed. Like a lot of the mistakes aren't too punishing generally. Aside from, I guess, if I were to lose Diddy at the very end of the stage, but it should be fun.
Oh my God. Was Dixie just on the floor for that entire segment and then the ice just pulled her back up?
Yeah, somehow she like appears back up there, right?
Like she was just posted on the floor. It's like when you threw her earlier and she just kind of looked at you like, bro, what the hell? But then she just kind of was sitting there again, just like, yeah, I've been here this whole time. Just kind of left.
Right?
It's not okay. Not okay at all.
The throw your girlfriend strat. Yeah, it makes it easier to be able to preserve your invincibility by getting more distance by throwing her into it while you're further left. And then yeah, so that last section where you're like rolling through all the bees and stuff, then you're likely to be able to keep all your invincibility if you don't make a mistake afterwards. And what was I about to say? Yeah, do the same thing, carrying this DK barrel all the way up.
Oh, we're doing another we're doing the same strat of just being like,
so,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't have anything. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, so slightly different. Like, so there is actually a strat to do another invisible barrel to trigger the first bonus early, but I felt like I was consistent at it, and then I failed it like twice in a row in a run, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go for it, because if I did it, I would have triggered this bonus that I just walked into now. But it saves like 5 seconds to do the invisible object early bonus strat.
Okay.
But yeah, if I failed it, I would lose like 2 minutes, so because I would have to like exit out of the level and then try again, basically.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice and clean.
Yeah, that bonus, you really don't want to take damage when you're bouncing off of all the bees too, because yeah, that's like an instant fail. It's like very easy to do so. Alright, here I'm gonna try to get to the squats barrel early. Alright, cool, I got it. Yeah, if I happen to team throw Dixie into that B, then I think it would be actually faster to take a death on purpose because I got the midway barrel. So then the elevator would have caught up by then. So it's at least a nice backup. But fortunately, I just got it, so didn't have to worry about that.
I like the casualness of that too. Just you know, but I just got it, so we don't need backup strats. We just got it. We're fine.
Right?
Don't need to worry about it. You didn't have a backup? No, I didn't fail. I don't understand. I'm confused. Now, why did you throw her again? She's crying. You're just gonna leave her there?
For whatever reason, she doesn't get crushed. So I just wanted to show that off.
What? She's just sitting there so sad. And yeah, she's not even once. Oh no, she's back now. She's back now. She decided she got the tears out of her system. And she's good.
Yeah, the crusher, because if you get crushed, you feel the bonus, but like for some reason, like Dixie doesn't get crushed, she just goes through it.
So rude.
Yeah, they definitely lost a small amount of time to like show that off, but whatever. It's like a few frames, if anything.
I mean, I think it's pretty good overall, personally. Just to have her sitting there the whole time. It's like, what are you doing, babes? What's happening?
It was jumping over her for fun too.
And she just is still sitting there.
Yeah, you'll see what happened when the video catches up for you. Oh no!
I believe. I don't know what I'm believing in, but I still believe.
Yeah, the failed bonus.
Wait, why is your... What? Was the ball in the wall there for a second?
Oh yeah, that happened too.
That's what I was like, wait, what?
I knew that could happen, but I unintentionally did that as well.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it failed right at the end of the bonus too, so that was the thing I was pointing out. It's okay. Yeah, the hitboxes with the beats are kind of janky, so I like barely touched one like right at the end of the bonus.
I feel like the hitboxes are janky is such an accurate assessment for a lot of the Super Nintendo and Genesis era games.
I know, right?
Like just
for the bees, they're like oscillating, so they're like not their hitbox is like not stationary because they're kind of like moving a little bit. Like while they're buzzing, so it because of that it probably like oscillated into me, so I got hit like later after I had already jumped beside it. And yeah, that spot's like the jumps are really tight there too, so it's just like it's very easy to get hit. It's been a very long time since I've failed that bonus, but you know, it's kind of been the theme of this run.
Well, I feel like it happens too to the best of us. Like, I was actually talking about that yesterday on a run, how one of the worst things I feel like as a runner that happens very consistently is when you have an area that you know for a fact that you're super consistent at, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're just like, your brain just completely forgets how to do it.
Right.
And it's like, and there's no way to explain it, there's no way to rationalize it, because you're just like, yeah, I have no idea why I don't know how to do this section all of a sudden. No clue. Not even a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely happens sometimes. Like, I generally have like a pretty good track record of like not failing bonuses at all in runs, but I forget if I failed, oh god, if I failed more than one already, or if that was the first. Run's been going on for a while, so I can't 100% remember. So it took a bit of an unintended hit, so I had to kind of go around to get that DK coin. Normally you would do a damage boost strat, but I did like one extra short hop double jump unintentionally. I guess I just kind of wasn't thinking, like autopilot. And then yeah, that caused me to hit a B that was slightly above me. But yeah, Toxic Tower is like pretty dangerous for the Ratley section because short up double jumps are pretty hard to do for a lot of runners. So it's very easy to I don't know how to explain it. It's like because you have to tap the B button shortly for a short amount of time while holding A, then it's easy to or it's hard to like get a quick tap while holding like another button, basically.
Oh, that's when you start seeing people with the different hand holding controller strats. Like I know that apparently there's one that's just straight up called the claw strat, and I didn't know that that's what it was called. Where like they have their hand completely different. I always had what I suffer a case of Tekken hands.
Oh.
And so it's because of the way I play Tekken. I actually have to grab my controller and see so I can make sure I'm describing this correctly. So if I hold this normally. Oh, okay, here we go. The Tekken hands that I have, I'm holding the controller almost like it's a sandwich.
I've never heard of that grip before.
Yeah, I hold the controller like it's a sandwich almost. But it's because it allows my first and second finger to have access to all 4 buttons, and it allows my left hand to have quick access to the analog stick and the D-pad, depending on what I'm trying to do.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Now, granted, I don't have to do that as much anymore, specifically because at the recommendation of the Blacktastic, I went and got myself one of those Thrustmaster controllers. And so now, depending on what I play, I can just switch the D-pad and the left analog stick in their orientation. And so, like, if I need something that has 2 twin sticks that are right next to each other, I can do that. And then as soon as I need, like, the D-pad, it's just, oh, okay, hot swapped, and I'm good.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah, I call it the Tekken hands. I hold the controller almost like it's a sandwich.
Makes the game sound tasty a little bit.
I mean, for what it's worth, Tekken, in my opinion, is pretty tasty. But that's just me. There's other opinions out there about Tekken, I'm sure.
Yeah, that game is so hard. The last Tekken I played is like 3 though, personally.
Yeah, a lot of people picked it up at 2 and 3, and then you pretty much have your core base now that's still playing 7, who's been there for the whole ride.
Yeah, I've watched like a lot of Tekken 6 tournaments, but I actually have barely watched any like 7 events. Oh, and Tag 2 I also watched like quite a bit.
Oh, Tag 2 is so good. I actually have a question for you from chat. What is the purpose of banana coins in this game?
So you can either like buy hints from like Wrinkly and Cranky. You can also spend coins on Funky to be able to go to backtrack to other worlds that you've completed. And oh yeah, I guess saving with Wrinkly, if I didn't mention that.
Oh, yeah,
I think with Wrinkly, the first time saving is free, and then after that, it costs like 2 coins every time.
I forgot about that entirely.
Yeah, I know a lot of people nowadays don't like that. You gotta like farm money to save, but
I was gonna say that's another old school thing that happened just in general. Having to have certain things on deck for saving. I know we were talking about that last night in the Resident Evil block, needing ink ribbons to save. And if you didn't have any ink ribbons, then what do you mean you need to save?
Right. Yeah, oh, also Swanky is he's got like this sideshow thing where you can play for you like answer questions and stuff, and then you can spend coins to like answer some like trivia questions, and you get extra lives for it. Completely forgot about that one too. But yeah, this fight's like over 3 minutes long, so it's like not much to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you let him kind of skate around, and he throws spiky balls of doom at you. Then you have to find a non-spiky ball, and then for whatever reason, his blunderbuss has a vacuum function.
Yep.
Like, not even sure who thought that was a good idea. But, you know, whatever.
Sometimes, use it to our advantage.
Yeah, sometimes your gun just has a vacuum function on it.
Alright, for the marathon, they'll show off something. Y'all will see the colors.
Oh no!
Oh, not that part. You'll see it a bit.
I just want to let chat know that the fact that I looked over and didn't immediately see I'm blue references, I'm proud of you. It must be too early for jokes and puns. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, unfortunately I canceled out the blue with the red smoke unintentionally. Another thing, yeah, it's been a very long time since I've gotten hit by the red smoke as well. Just making all the weird mistakes. But yeah, actually getting hit by the red smoke particularly does lose time too, because K-Rool takes longer to shoot those spike balls at you afterwards. I think it loses like 4 seconds. Well,
Creepy man and his vacuum cleaner.
right?
Atlanta, get out of here.
Yeah, run's not done yet though, despite beating K-Rool. Because yeah, it still didn't finish all of the Lost World levels, so there's one left. Unfortunately though, I do have to wait 2 minutes for the game to save. So when the credits starts playing, then the game actually saves. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a file to continue from. So I do wish I could speed it up, but yeah, unfortunately not. Y'all are stuck with us longer.
I'm pretty sure the chat is reeling at the idea. Oh no, we must observe the speedrun longer. How dare you? How dare you
Right.
bring us on Games Done Quick to watch speedy games for extended periods of time?
All right, I'll give out a weird chill since it's for GDQ. So yeah, I guess it doesn't directly benefit me, but if someone wants to gift me a sub, it will help out GDQ at least. I benefit from the emotes, but you know, you give I guess like over $2 to GDQ.
Oh yeah. Well, again, just as a reminder, if we're talking about shilling, then we can shill to the utmost degree. Your bits and your subs do help with more shows like what we're seeing right now. So if you think Unapologetically Black and Fast is pretty dope content, which by the way, you wouldn't be here if you didn't, then go ahead and throw down those bits and subs so that we can do more cool stuff like this. We're trying to do something for Juneteenth. We're trying to bring out more interesting shows. Throw it down. Throw down dollars. Do we have to start the train? I don't
Also,
mind.
thanks Space Infinity for that compliment about my name.
I say, do we have to throw down like the train gauntlet? It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
We could. If anybody wants to throw cash at GDQ and help these shows keep going.
And look at that. We're putting out the Ryan Ford links. Y'all should be following anyway. I'm just saying. All the people you're seeing this weekend, probably want to go follow them for some tasty content. I'm not trying to tell chat how to live their life, but you know. But
Appreciate
yes,
the gift sub, Base Infinity. Yeah.
Also-
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also love the closing sequence where you get to see all the characters and people were pointing out all the delightful references in an old time where you could do references like that and not be worried to death that you would be sued to just straight up Kingdom Come. Because yeah, you had the Earthworm Jim gun, you had the Sonic shoes, you had Yoshi and Mario. That's like one of my favorite in-game scenes under the sun.
Oh, speaking of which, for that podium, that showed how many DK coins that Cranky's video game heroes had. Additionally, Oh shoot, 1 second. Okay, yeah. So additionally, there's some side categories that we have, like beat Mario, beat Link, and beat Yoshi, which you need to get enough DK coins and beat the game, and then just hit those characters on the podium. They're really fun side categories, actually. Which, yeah, casually doing that screen wrap as well.
I was gonna say, I looked at that. It was like, so we're just gonna bypass the whole thing, I guess.
Yep. It works only on version 1.0, so it this level is really long, so it actually skips a huge chunk of the stage, and can bring you straight to the bonus if you time your shot out of the barrel correctly. And also is able to go out of bounds during the bonus, which you can go around the brambles in version 1.0 only. So yeah, it makes that bonus a lot easier and faster. You don't have to like weave around the brambles and weave around all the bees and stuff. But I was having a lot of trouble with it in like my last couple practice runs, so I'm glad that I just got it first try.
Nice, nice. Oh
yeah,
wait, we're back on this. Back on this fool.
Yeah, K-roll 2. Also, time will come up when the DK coin. After I get the one hit on him, then a DK coin will fall on top of me, and that's when time will be. This fight's like a minute and 15 seconds, I think, so it's like fairly long fight, but it's like literally just one long cycle. So you also really don't want to miss the cycle, because then you have to do that whole cycle again. Like if you fail to throw the cannonball or something.
Oh, especially considering this cycle right now, like the things that he's throwing at you is not a game, because this just ramped up that fight much, much more.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of really gross patterns he's throwing out there too.
Time. Yeah, what was I gonna say? For that fight, yeah, for that last cannonball throw, like I jumped twice on purpose just to set up a cue to not throw too early, because K-roll stands there for a really awkwardly long time, and if you throw it early, you might end up losing that cannonball and then have to do that whole thing for like a minute.
That's a whole nother minute and a half that you get to do gross patterns and gross, just weird jumps. Because I saw too that was like a point where you definitely wanted Dixie, just so you could float over things safely, and then you had like the slow ball with like 3 or 4 additional shots. Yeah, that is not something I would look forward to doing multiple times.
Exactly. It makes it significantly easier with Dixie, but I can do it like very consistently with Diddy, but if I get hit by the purple smoke that inverts your controls, I actually like can't do it. It's like too hard for me. But yeah, I don't have a timer up, but I hope I wasn't overestimating.
You weren't. You were perfectly fine. Your estimate was 140 and you cleared at 136.52.
Oh wow, that actually went better than I thought. My PB is like a 130.
Yeah, I was like, don't beat yourself up. Yeah, that you did fantastic. You're beating yourself up for a lot of stuff and making some small mistakes, but you still did absolutely incredible. So I wanted to say personally, thank you so much for providing a Donkey Kong Country 2 run today. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you got a chance to showcase it for Unapologetically Black and Fast.
Thanks a lot for having me. Though y'all won't be rid of me yet, because I'll be back for Metroid Fusion any % later.
And I was gonna say, before we head out of here, let everybody know where they can find you, they can follow you, and what's some stuff that you're up to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I do stream pretty often at Ryan_Ford522. I'll try to put a heart emoji or something. Okay, there you go. You can just click my name if you want. Yeah, I speedrun like 6 different games, so I kind of like swap around a lot. Which for gimmick any %, I actually recently got world record due to a new shred. So.
Nice! That's exciting! And you've been sitting here, I see what you're doing. You're downplaying this run so that you could just drop the knowledge on people later and be like, yeah, well, Donkey Kong Country 2 isn't my strongest game. It's actually because I'm God tier at this game. And just say it all nice and monotone.
This game might be one of my like stronger ones. Like I find it actually fairly easy to practice, but the game is really punishing when you make mistakes, though.
Yeah, Donkey Kong be that way.
But yeah, I was like 3 minutes behind PB, so it's actually not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that.
And I think Chad's happy with it too, because you put on a hell of a show.
Hey, much appreciated, yo.
All right. Well, thank you so much again, Ryan, for showcasing it and starting us off on day 2 of Unapologetically Black and Fast. We're going to take a couple of minutes to stretch, get set up. We've got more runs coming at you. If you want to see what's next, do ! schedule in chat. I'm just going to let chat know right now. The commentary is going to be bananas for this next one. There's a pun in there. It's going to be bananas for this next one because it is one of my all-time favorite games that I'll be helping commentate. But take some time to get up, stretch out those legs, get some water, grab a snack, and we'll be with you here in just a couple of moments.